Morning, y'all. I am working on some art pieces, and I thought I would go live and work a little bit and talk some and just sort of chat while I'm here. So, um, let me see. So, I have a lot of work I'm doing. I have a whatnot show tonight. None of these pieces will be in that show, but some of them might. It just depends. I might decide to put one or two of them in here. Um, Mostly it's painting and stuff for an in-person show on Saturday, so tomorrow at Middle Georgia Comic Con. So I've got a lot of little pieces that I've made, and I need to do some painting, some trimming. These I've already put pin backs on, new pin backs. For a new product I've been doing. Um, Poured a bunch of resin stuff recently, and I've been trying to work on a commission piece, and I keep struggling because I have see this? That did not turn out pretty. This white is a paste, and the blue is a powder, and it did not mix. It did not mix it well. She looks rough. So, not really sure. Hi, Fiona. How are you doing? Just showing some of my projects. This is one that did not turn out so good. See, she looks rough, man. The cream did not work with that. But, but I'm getting there with some of these other ones. These mix just fine. They did a nice little gradient there. So, yeah, that's the one I told you about. See how she looks? She's struggling. I tried to add glitter in with it too, and that didn't help. But see, the white got super diluted, and I want it to look like bold, not like that. But I've got another one in the works, curing right now. So hopefully it turns out okay. It should turn out okay. You can see on the side how the glow powder and pigment it sank, and the white, this is a cream pigment to get that bright white, it floated, and usually this sinks, so it's weird. Yeah, I'm glad you trust me. It's a lot of practice, and it's a lot of trial and error, but that's just how it goes. I'm just prepping for an in-person show and for my whatnot tonight, and getting some stuff painted, some findings put on, the usual. So, like this little monstera, it needs to be painted. So, I'm using Stuart Simple's black because it's super matte and it works really well. So, just painting that in. I just thought it was nice to come in and talk to people instead of just being, just, sitting here listening to podcasts. Oh, thank you. I hope it goes well too. We'll see, right? I felt a little disorganized with the last one, so I tried to go in and do some organization with it, and move the time to 10 p.m. Eastern. So hopefully that makes a difference. It's harder because in summertime it's the sun's up later, so people are out later. Um, I'm a night owl, so. But it's late at night over there for you, isn't it? It is pretty. I mean, it's not terribly early. I don't even know what time it is. I think it might be like 10. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it had to be pretty late. We are ships passing in the night. But I'm glad to see and talk to you. You came on at the perfect time since I was looking at that piece anyway. I think I have a solution for it. I had to think on it. I like these kind of creative challenges though. I get bored creatively. Yeah, you guys are ahead of us. We're all behind here. Here in the US, we are I feel like we're always behind. Have to wake up and catch up on the news that happened every place else. But that's okay. There's something very satisfying about getting these lines painted in. And I don't get outside the lines, that is. Sometimes I do, and I get annoyed with myself. Okay, but only by a little bit, not by that long. That is a funny way of thinking about it, though. I like that. Looking on the bright side. There we go. Some of these little crannies are tight, and I just want to make sure I get it. Just 12 hours younger. Hey, I'll take it. I will take any little thing I can get. I haven't done my morning face routine or anything. I just rolled in, got breakfast, and started on stuff because I want things to have plenty of time to dry. It's my noisy neighbor outside. The car isn't as cool looking as it sounds. So that looks pretty good. I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna paint on this one. Yeah, we just have one that, I mean, there's always somebody. We live by a pretty busy road, so there's people that cut through, but it's different when someone lives out here, so you hear them like going to work and coming home, and I'm like, "Hi. I'm glad you're doing all right, but I'm trying to sleep." They've gotten better about it though. So that's good. I think noisy neighbors are kind of universal. They're just a thing that everyone gets to put up with. Yeah, mine's like that too. And when the noisy ones come, they are noisy. Like, super noisy. But when they're, most of the time it's not so bad. Most of the time people are pretty okay. It's just, there's always somebody dealing with something and decides that they want to soup up their car and make it super loud. And I mean, I guess whatever makes you happy. wait till this dries, and then any extra I got outside the lines I'll clean up, but I try to get it right the first time so I don't have to do that. Because I have to go back in with like baby oil and scrub, and that's not enjoyable. And I'm hoping I can get around to coloring my hair today. I'm going to actually break out the box of purple I've had and actually do my hair properly. Yeah, you're right. They're just used to it. I'm not. I like quiet. My sister got me a pair of noise canceling headphones for my birthday a couple of years ago, and I use those so much. I use them all the time. The only reason I'm not using them is because they don't have a microphone that works easily with my phone. I don't know why. It's supposed to, but the thing is so intuitive, I can't figure out how to get it to work. I know that sounds really stupid, but I just don't have the patience to mess with that as much as I once did. I'm just like, if I can't figure it out, oh well. Oh, you're fine. I'm literally just painting things. This is one of those things where I just get lost in the tiny details. I've been pouring a lot more resin lately. And part of me feels a little bit bad about that because I want to get back to doing more paintings, and I have a painting commission that's waiting for me that's huge. And I think that's part of why I've been doing resin so much. Because starting a big commission like that is intimidating. Once I get started, I'll feel okay, but the blank canvas is a thing. I spend a good chunk of the day working on it. This is my full-time job, so I spend a good chunk of the day working on it, and then I pivot over to bookkeeping and touching base with folks. I had to write a review for. I went and saw Jurassic World Dominion, so I wrote a review for that. I used to work for a movie review site, but they went out of business with the pandemic, so I'm just still writing reviews in a vacuum and seeing if anything gets picked up, and just submitting stuff around. That's how that goes. So yeah, I spend it painting and working on art and writing, and then submitting. The doing all the other stuff, the bookkeeping, that's the stuff that takes up the most energy. This stuff is nice. I like this. If I could, I would have someone else do all the bookkeeping for me, and then I would just do artwork all the time, but that's not how it works. So, I'm sorry, I had that out of frame, my bad. I'm just painting these tiny details here. And I'll wipe this all off afterwards once it's had some time to set, so that it gets into those little engravings. Yeah, honestly, like, I know so many people who work in like the creative fields, and I mean, everyone has to be their own website manager and social media person and photographer, and I have a bunch of stuff that I have to list for my Etsy shop. I've been doing the bookkeeping on that, and I've kind of shot myself in the foot with that, so I just have to spend a day just doing it, and it's boring. I'm a creative person, so I get bored easily, and that's just how that goes. But um, that's just how it is. I one day, one day, yeah, I use a bunch of different types of things, and taxes and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's just the tedious part. It's just how it goes with, you know, with any kind of, self-employment. You have to do, you're your own boss, and so you're your own um, person that has to file everything. So that's just how that goes. I have an in-person show on a Saturday at a comic convention, um, like an hour south of where I live. So gotta get up and pack the car and go down there and set up and tear down. And I'm hoping I can film stuff while I'm there, maybe go live a little bit. Yeah, it's rough, isn't it? Because it's just like, you're doing the work itself, but then you also have to like send all this stuff out as well, and it's just like, eh. And that's just part of how it goes, And I'm much happier being self-employed, though. I was very miserable when I was a college teacher, um, and now a lot of my colleagues are quitting, and I don't blame them for that. Quitting or moving on to something else, or getting out of just the field in general, and power to them. It's a pretty unforgiving profession these days. This one turned out funky, but I'm going to paint it anyway and see if I can trim it up, and if I can't, I'll have to Dremel it. We'll see how that works. What do you do, Fiona? You said you were self-employed, if you don't mind me asking. Gosh, that's the truth. You you stay busy, then you look up and you're like, oh my god, it's been a decade or whatever, you know what I mean? Oh, that's awesome. I am very curious now. I'm very interested. I know a lot of theater people, and I'm just like, I love that atmosphere. I Next year I'm going to New York, and I'm hoping I'll get to go see something on Broadway. Last time we went to New York, I everything was like booked, and that was before the global unpleasantness that YouTube doesn't want us to say. You know what I mean. I love theater. I used to wish that I'd gone into it, but I had terrible stage fright growing up, and I let that hold me back. And honestly, I probably should have just pursued stuff like that because that kept me from pursuing a lot of things. And I had to get over it real quick whenever I went into teaching. So, so all that time being worried. Yeah, that's true. That one needs to sit for a bit longer. See about this one, it just has to get in the crannies. See, I used to have really bad stage fright, terrible like that, you know, and I think it gets worse the longer you stay away from the stage. Um, but it helps me a lot when I'm doing like online sales. Like it used to be like, I mean, I would have trouble just getting on and like doing live conversations, even like this. So it's like I'm glad I don't have to do that. See, I have a friend in Birmingham, in Alabama, and they just graduated in with a degree in musical theater. They do stage management, so I'm a bit familiar with what you're talking about. I never went into it myself, so I'm just like passing familiar, but I think it's really cool. I love the atmosphere. I'm that like friend of theater people. It's like wow every time something happens, and you know, hopefully not annoying. But I love going to live performances. That was one of the big things that I missed during the unpleasantness is live performances because it's just been so exhausting. And I love, there's nothing that matches a live performance. The audience interaction and their reactions to things, and every performance is different. And I just love that. That atmosphere. You can't really capture that when you're just watching TV. I I feel that. I'm so sorry. But at least you're able to get in there. That's a tough thing. Hi. Hi Spirit Junkie. How you doing? I am just working on painting some resin pieces, these little Ouija pieces right now. Um just painting stuff up and chit-chatting. I was like I may as well hop on and chat with folks instead of just listening to a podcast and you know, zoning out. You know what I mean? I was like, oh yeah, I guess I could go live. Gotta remember to get things in frame. I'm wiping off the black acrylic that's dried. Trying to get all the bits. And if I need to, I'll come in with baby oil and get that off while it's still, you know, semi movable. But this one may or may not make it anywhere. Because see, that's edges. Those are going to have to get dremeled off. It's too wide. It's an experiment gone strangely. I have a show tonight on Whatnot, and then this weekend I'm doing an in-person event. So yeah, but I think next Monday I have a live on YouTube. I am. Oh gosh, I keep getting out of frame. I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm so used to my name being spelled wrong that I just like sort of am used to it, you know. But funny story, Whatnot, even though I signed up as Kelly Frank, it just calls me Frank, and I'm like, my name isn't Frank. It's not my name. So it's funny. She's a funny bird. Oh no, you're fine. Yeah, I know. I'm just like, well, I guess my name is Frank. Honestly, I'll respond to anything. As long as they're talking to me, I don't care, you know. I think I'm good on the black for a few minutes. Oh, look, I've got these now. These have pin backs, actual pin backs. Little rubber pieces. So I'm super proud to have those now. They finally came in, yay! So I'm gonna start working on that. I got a bunch of these to paint up. This one's drying. Plus some clips. Let's see. What am I doing? Trying to figure out colors. So I like to go with silver or gold, and these are oil-based markers, um, and they get a nice metallic. Let's see. Need a color swatch. Sorry, that was loud. I've got to put the colors side by side of things so I can figure out which color is going to look best, because I'm very picky. Okay, so this one. This one I think the silver would look good on. So let's give it a shot. Oh, color gods be with me. I have a horrible memory too. I'm terrible with remembering people's names. Um, which is awful because I was a teacher, but even then, like, I was terrible at remembering names. Um, I used to have to have like pictures of people and drill myself on their names to remember them. And then by the time I remembered people's names, the semester was over. And then it's time to move on to new students. And that was pretty depressing, honestly. It's nice to know people long term. Okay. What do you guys think? I think that silver looks pretty good. Let me put it on an antenna. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I think that looks pretty nice. It's subtle. I'm afraid the gold will look too gaudy. I mean, I am making resin craft, and sometimes resin's a little much, but it doesn't have to be over the top. I like things to be a little subtle, the delicate details. Now I'm gonna have to edit some of these. Edit, oh my gosh. See, I'm talking like I'm editing a YouTube video because I'm on camera. I am not doing good with vocabulary today, but it's okay. I'm gonna have to file some of these in a couple of places. Hi, Janine. Yeah, those dragons are gonna get painted in a little bit. The pink parts glow in the dark, so I'm pretty happy with those. They look pretty neat. Um, and then once they get all painted, they get findings put on them. My biggest struggle is remembering which ones of these glow in the dark and which ones don't. I have to like check. I know like the dragons glow, but like this one, I can't remember if it glows green or if it just is green. Yeah, my allergies have been bad too. My allergies have been real bad. Oh, I'm so glad you liked them and that they came in well. Yay. I've been trying to pack those super carefully. I'm glad you're getting compliments on them. They're really cool. I don't see anything else like them around. I'm glad you like them. That makes me happy. Just working. Get this bit in. There we go. I just like to lightly brush this area. I think it adds interesting attention to detail with the texture. So that looks pretty good. Now I need to get the little eyeballs. Little eyeballs. Sounds so southern today. And coming here with this. There. That's not bad. That's cute. I would love to be on a craft show. I love this kind of stuff. I mean, like, I'll just sit here and just do this until I need food. And then I'll be like, oh no, I need nourishment. Okay, which color do you think I should paint the highlights for this one? Do you want the gold or the silver? Which do you think would look better? Janine, I feel that. We have kudzu in my backyard, and it is getting dangerously close to the house, and I am shooketh. I am unhappy, but it takes so long to dig it all out. Kudzu is going to swallow the South eventually. And that's just what's going to happen. try. Let's see. I think the gold might look good with the pink and the purple. I'm a sucker for gold with pink and purple, so I'm going to give that a shot. I can do silver on this one, and that way it'll satisfy my craving for gold with pink and purple. So I'm going to give that a shot. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. That's a neat color combo. I dig it. Later tonight, I get to go and pack up all of my art into the car, except what I am, well, not all of it, but the stuff I'm bringing for the live show at Macon, Middle Georgia Comic Con in Macon tomorrow morning. I have to leave the house by 7 a.m., and I am not built for early mornings. I need coffee. Yeah, see, I like the gold too. Thank you. Yeah, Janine, it's super hot. It's gonna be an awful summer over here. We're already having to run our air conditioning so high. And I am like, ugh. I prefer cold. And so, I don't know why I live in the South, honestly. I have allergies. I don't like the heat. Why am I here? It's a good question. But it's alright. Yeah, see, I thought that looked pretty good. Oh, Janine, I'd love to do that, but I'm afraid that the gold will overpower the silver. That's the problem. Because like, so see, the silver is super like, I'll show you. The silver is super delicate, and the gold is like, hello. And so like, if I do both, I know what's gonna happen. I experimented with that before. Good call. I have done that, and it didn't turn out as well as I thought it would. And I think it's just the silver I have just isn't as like strong as the gold. Gold is just one of those colors though that just takes everything over. I feel you, Spirit. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia, in the U.S. I'd love to visit Singapore someday. I have a lot of countries on my bucket list. I think it's rough because the U.S. is such a big country; it takes forever to get out of it. So you just like feel like you've. Southern Oregon, yeah. Bet you guys are getting the heat as bad as we are too. It tends to move like that. I need to go out and work in my garden too. I'm just lazy. I will definitely put this up. I figured it's better than like me just staring at, you know, nothing. I listened to the Sawbones podcast on medicine and stuff, and it's really cool, but, you know, I need to not be antisocial. I want to, like, get out and talk to people. And this is kind of a solitary thing a lot of times. Bye, Spirit. You take care. Have a good day at work. Yeah, the more I look at this gold, the happier I am with it. I like it. I think that looks really good. Turned out super nice. Gotta get my fingers to work. You are not annoying. You are not annoying. I love talking with people about where they've been and all that kind of stuff and where they live and just asking about things like that. So if you're annoying, I'm annoying. We're both annoying together. You're fine. Oof. These are cute. Okay. Oh, fingers. Oh, do what I want. Okay, so I've satisfied my love for pink and gold. I think that looks really cool. So, okay, back to silver. The silver gets like, hey, what about me? See, this one's gonna look good with silver, I think, because it's so dark. The gold will work on just about anything, but the silver, I like it on like really delicate pieces for like bright, like light colored stuff, but for like a dark blue, silver is really the way to go. Just it just pops really nicely. Mm-hmm. I was afraid folks would find this boring, just watching me like paint things. I appreciate you guys coming out to watch. You guys are super sweet. Oh, see, that's a cool idea. Yeah, I like that. That's what I'll probably do with the dragons. I might go with black on them since they're so pink. That might be the way to go. So I've been trying to figure out how to paint those. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is late for you. I'm gonna have to go in a few minutes anyway because I hear my roommate up and probably wants to get lunch because it's that time here too. They poked their head in like, "Are you alive?" and then left. I'm like, "Okay, I know. I probably need food." Yeah, that might be good. I like the idea of adding pink. Pink is always good. Some people don't like pink, but I think it's like a really versatile color. I use it for so many things. Oh, hi. How are you? I'm just painting stuff. It's a good color to use. I like it. I like certain shades of pink. Like super pale, like baby pink is not really my thing. I'm a little too goth for that. Um, when I was growing up, my bedroom was painted pink and I hated it. And it took a long time for me to get over hating pink. And now I color my hair pink every so often, so pink doesn't bother me that much anymore. But um, I totally get not being into it. It's one of those colors that, like, certain circles you're expected to either like or hate. And I don't like people telling me what to do with my feelings about colors. Sorry if I'm occasionally not always looking at the chat. I'll get there in just a second once I get this little section done. There's those zen moments that happen sometimes. Where you're like, ah, I'm in the moment. How are you doing, Willa? I'm glad you're doing well. Oh, thank you. I'm just painting stuff. Just finished painting this one. This one is a little pin. I just got pin backs, and I'm super proud because I've been waiting for those to come in and they got delayed in shipping, and then they finally showed up, and I'm happy. See this one? It is missing one of its antenna, did not cure properly. And so I'm like, is the whole thing ruined? Or can I salvage it? If nothing else, I'm going to keep it for myself because it's still cool. Yeah. It really is. It's infuriating, especially because, like, we rely on our shipping to function, you know what I mean? Like, I I don't do nearly as many in-person shows as I used to. First of all, a lot of them went out of business. But second of all, I've moved mostly online. So I need shipping to be functional. Do you know what I mean? Without that, um, kind of screws up my whole business model. But everything's been weird lately in terms of just moving product. Just the supply chain and everything is strange. Where are you located, Willow, if you don't mind me asking? I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, so if I occasionally slip into Southern, I'm sorry. It's not as horrible down here as you would expect, but There are occasionally like pretty awful people, but for the most part, it's pretty good. You rescued a kitten, though. That's the best reason to have an injury, because you helped a tiny fur child. Oh, poor little kitten. I'm glad they had someone who was able to help them. I'm sorry you got hurt though in the process. One of my friends, she ended up straining her back and like really messed it up by cleaning her bathtub. And like I permanently damaged my back. My low back, my tailbone is permanently all twisted around. That's why I have trouble getting around in places sometimes. And it's from lifting a bag of mulch that was wet because I thought I was a badass and I was wrong. And then my body said no. So I have great sympathy for back injuries. Great sympathy. Hey, I may be getting off to get lunch in a minute. My roommate walked in, so we're going to be going to get stuff in a second once I get stuff done. I'm just glad that you were able to rescue a kitty. That's the best thing. Oh, gosh. I'm so sorry. I'm sure you have all the stuff for it, but I mean, a TENS unit or something like that always helps mine. Um, or just cold, extreme cold helps. Shipping prices haven't affected me too much. I mean, it's really bad on Etsy because I have to offer everything with free shipping in order to get, in order to even show up in advertised listing. So I have to increase prices to compensate, and it's rough. Mostly for me, it's delayed shipping. I've shipped a number of things that are still in transit that I thought would have arrived by now. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna go and get some lunch with my roommate because she is very hungry and wants to go. I'm glad you guys liked this, doing it like this. Thank you for stopping by and just watching me make art and chat, just chit chatting. It's nice to just chat and relax a little bit. Gosh, Willow, I'm so sorry. I know that feeling though, but I have a lot of friends that have bad issues like that, and I sympathize. Well, I'll do these more often then. I wasn't sure if it would be boring for people. Like I said, I usually just listen to podcasts or music or something and work, so it's like it's nice to have people I'm chatting with and stuff. I'm gonna post the replay, and thanks for dropping by, y'all. Have a good rest of your Friday. I have my Whatnot sale tonight at 10 if anyone is interested in Whatnot and swinging by. Yeah, Fiona, get some rest. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. And Willow, feel better. I'm so sorry about your bag. I know it is what it is, but I feel that. Thank you, Janine. Y'all take care. Dude, Willow, put me in touch. I am here for that. I'm here for that. I'm recording a couple of panels for some for a Continuum Con and stuff like that, but I can get together and work out a time and things like that. No big deal. Just let me know. All right, guys. Peace out. I'll talk to you soon. Yes, I am on Facebook. If you look up Morbid Smile, I think it's Morbid Smile or Morbid Smile Art, you'll find me. It should be linked in my about page on YouTube, so I think I have my link tree there. So, all right, y'all. Peace, and I'll see you later.